Good afternoon. So we're just going for a walk. We're going to go and get some food. If you can see behind me, it's called the pepper pot because it looks like the shape of a pepper pot. When I was younger, these used to be public toilets, but I don't know what they are now. They've been closed for a long time apparently, and I think a private person tried to buy it and turn it into a house. That fell through. It would have been a great house. It would have been like 360-degree views. But now we're walking down a road which I used to walk down every day. We used to live just up by this church, you know, St. Luke's Church. And we're walking down to the park now. If you can see here, this is Queen's Park. We're going to walk down here, Tower Road, and go into the park. And I'm going to show you something about the park as we walk through. There's some interesting facts about it. So, give me a few minutes to get there, and I'll start talking again. The local seagulls here, they're very aggressive and they're not scared of anything. Oh, there we go. They're not scared of me. Look, I can go right up to them. He's looking for some food. He'll take food out your hand. No? You don't want to say hello today? No? Okay. So, if anyone wants to know, the word for seagull is chaika. Okay, that's another lesson for you. Here's the park. Wait a second. Go across the road and come into the park here. You can see my mum and Victoria over there. And we open up some lovely park this is. Here we go, look. It's nicer in the summer, of course, but... And here's what I want to show you. Here's what I want to show you. A few of these trees have been cut down now, but... If anyone knows anything about the southeast of England, in 1987, October the 15th, is actually the day after Victoria was born. There was a huge hurricane in the south of England, and all the trees were blown down. So, part of our junior school project, the school's just up here. Well, you can actually see the top of it there, if you look through the trees. Part of the project was to replant some of the trees. This one here, this tree right here was the one that I replanted. It was in 1988. I was nearly 8 years old and I replanted that tree. There was a few of us that got chosen to do it. So that's a bit of history that I've left in the park. I'll show you some more a bit later, but we're going to walk down here and straight through and down to the beach. Now, this has all changed from when I was younger. So up here used to be a fence, and this was fenced off. Now it's all one part, and one of the trees, the smaller one here, in the hurricane, that was blown down. Not that one obviously, but the big one was blown down, and that was replaced. Now obviously I said that all the trees were blown down, but obviously this one, and there's a bigger one there. Like the big ones didn't get blown down. It was more like I think the birches or the willows, you know, the ones that were quite whippy, they went down. But let's have a look at this pond. There's a swan here. We've got a big pond in this park. It really is beautiful. So, a couple of swans there. We got to this island once. Let's have a look. So yeah, we used to go there when we were kids. I don't think it's... Sometimes the pond gets drained every so often, and you can see right through it. We've even waded out there at night when we were drunk, like kind of like a Woodstock kind of thing. But that's a different story. There's a little... That's where the ducks go to roost or lay eggs, I don't know. There's a couple of swans here. It's all changed since I was younger. There's some like pontoons. But in the summer it's really beautiful. It's even beautiful now, you know. There's a nice view of a beautiful park right in the centre of Brighton. So we're walking through the park. We're going to come to the end of the park. We're staying quite close, so on another day we're going to do the full tour, but this is just a cut through until we get to we're going to the coast road. We're going to walk along the promenade. Bamboo. So is bamboo, is it? Some bamboo, like bamboo or pampas grass, I don't know. I never really take what my mum says. I take it with a pinch of salt, as everyone does really, with everyone's mum. But I just wanted to show you this. Around the outside of the park, on every entrance, there's these archways. Now, again, I mean, I've lived here my whole life, up until a few parks. Never really took the time. Never took the time really to understand what they are. I think it was there's a place called Attree Court, and I think there's a man called Mr. Attree used to own all of this years and years ago, but I'm not entirely sure. I think this is what the general consensus is. This is a nursery here. It's the Royal Spa Nursery. I didn't go there, but I know people who have been there. And it's, I know I've had a party there before, but I'm not sure anyone that went there, but it's nice. So we're just walking up here, my old infant school. Now, for people who are not from UK, infant school, you go from year maybe 6 and 7, or 5 and 6. It's exactly the same as I remember it. Of course, there's some new things here, but this one here used to be my classroom. This one right here was my classroom for one of the years. For another year, it was a different. But it's bringing back memories. One of my friends used to live on this road, Park Street. And yeah, it's bringing back memories. We're heading now to one of the main roads, and we're going to head down there and onto the beach. So we're walking along the promenade now. We've just come out of about 5 minutes walk from the park. Now, for somebody who asked me whether the zip line is still active on Brighton Beach, let me show you. Look at this beach. This is all like they have the speed trials along here. They try to do the quarter mile as fast as possible. And Brighton Marathon ends here. The zip line comes all the way down here. You can see there's people waiting on it. I think it's about £20 a person with a small video. And it's called Brighton Pier, but I've always known it as Palace Pier. It's always going to be called the Palace Pier to me. Now, we're going to go on there another day because I've got a story to tell you. It ties in with one of the stories I told on my live stream. And I'm going to tell you a story about the Brighton Pier, or the Palace Pier. There's the I-360. It goes up and down. I think it's sponsored by British Airways, I'm not sure. And in the distance, you can see the remains of the West Pier. You used to be able to fish on that. And I don't think it's been in action. I can't remember ever going on there. I'm sure somebody can tell me. I think it stopped working in the early 80s. I can't remember it. But other than that, it's such a nice day. We might even go for a dip in the sea later. I don't know how cold it's going to be. It's freezing, my mum says.
But there is something here.
Come on, we did some ice diving in the river in the river Dnieper in Kiev. So it's about 15, 16, 17 degrees today. I'm sure it'll be fine. But here we go. This is Brighton Beach. I'll do a walk along the promenade another day when I tell you the story about the pier. But other than that, you can see it's a lot. So here's the zip line I was telling you about. Not quite as good as the one we did in Alaska in Icy Strait Point. But you know, I think it's fun. Well, like I was saying, we did the one in Icy Strait Point. It's the highest in the world. Well, I say we. Did you do it, Victoria?
No, I
No. She must have missed that day. In fact, I think that was before we were dating, and I was with someone else at that time.
harder than you.
Oh, because she works hard. We were dating then at that point. I can't remember. I think it might have been with a different girl. Who knows? Maybe. We're walking through the centre of town now. We've just come up from the seafront. And actually, if you look here, this is the Brighton Town Hall. Well, one of my friends got married last time I was in England. And we had a really good time there. But most of these streets are pedestrianised. You can drive through them, but it's a bit of a pain. So especially in the spring and the summer, you know, lots of people are starting to come up here. So you got some really interesting shops and, you know, really unique kind of things they're selling. And that's Brighton. You know, from tomorrow or the next day, we're going to have a walk around properly, show you some sights and some local celebrities. People who are famous, always on the same places, doing dancing or singing. But we're just coming up to where we're going to eat. So I'll show you what our food looks like when we get there. See these seagulls there, if anything. Look at it. Look at it. They're like locusts. Go on, son. Maybe he thought I was going to eat it, I don't know. Hi everyone. So I didn't get any footage of the food because it was so nice and it was we ate it straight away. We were so hungry. But I've posted some videos on Instagram about it. Okay. It's just to say today that I've had such a good day. I'm really tired. I think that's partly to do with I ate about 5 kilograms of beef or pork today, you know. So I'm a bit lethargic from all eating, but it was so nice. Like I say, the Instagram pictures are up, and we had a great day. You know, tomorrow we're going to start doing the tour, the proper tour of the city. We're going to do bit by bit and go through all of my childhood. Now, this is actually a dedicated video to all the followers of Just Saying. So all the followers of Just Saying, I really would like your support in these videos to share them, to have a look in the description and see what we're doing to raise money for charity. So everyone from Just Saying page, thank you very much. If you can come here, have a look, and maybe click on a link or two and just see what we're doing. You know, they're all in. Everyone else who's been following me from day one, or been following me from any day, you're doing a great job as well to raise awareness. Thank you so much. Again, everything's in the description. Just have a look, and I'll see you tomorrow with the new video.